The call came while she was packing. Not crying, not angry, efficient. Fold, zip, click. "I need a younger man," she said, like she was explaining a delayed flight. "I don't want to die bored." I watched my reflection in the dark TV screen, older than yesterday, sharper than tomorrow. My hands were steady. That frightened me more than her words. She didn't look at me. She didn't have to. She already had somewhere else to be. The suitcase closed. A life followed it. When the door shut, the apartment breathed out. Silence pooled on the floor. My phone vibrated once. Then again. Family chat. Thanksgiving plans. A picture of a turkey still alive. I drove. No destination announced, just motion. The highway unspooled like a confession that wouldn't end. I parked outside her father's house. Lights on, curtains open. A familiar place, a place of rehearsed smiles. Inside, her stepmother sat alone at the table, wine untouched, eyes swollen. She didn't ask why I was there. "He left me too," she said. The words landed clean, final. I nodded, sat. The house felt hollowed out by men who knew how to leave. Thanksgiving dinner assembled itself around absence. Chairs filled with people pretending not to count who wasn't there. My daughter-in-law called, voice sharp with authority she hadn't earned. "If you want to join Thanksgiving," she shouted over kitchen noise, "come wash the dishes." I paused, considered the arc of my life, the years of compliance. "Enjoy," I said, and hung up. Later, in the quiet kitchen, the stepmother's hand brushed mine. Not an accident, not an invitation, a recognition. Loneliness recognizes loneliness. I leaned in, kissed her, slowly, deeply. Not passion, precision. The room didn't react. The house had already seen worse. I didn't confront my wife. Not yet. I observed. Her social media bloomed overnight. New clothes, new angles, new laughter that didn't reach her eyes. The man was younger. Of course he was. Youth is a mirror that lies kindly. I pulled phone records. Not to catch her. She wanted to be caught. I wanted to understand the structure of her need. Patterns emerged. Calls during my meetings. Messages deleted, but timed. The affair wasn't spontaneous. It was scheduled. I booked a villa in Switzerland. Quiet, expensive, anonymous. I didn't tell anyone. Photos posted themselves. Stone terraces, glass walls, mountains like verdicts. My phone buzzed, once, then again. Then it began to vibrate like a trapped insect. 71 missed calls. From her, from family, from people who suddenly remembered my name. I didn't answer. Inside, something settled. A calm I hadn't earned, but accepted. I forwarded the photos to the family chat. No caption. The response was immediate. Accusations, confusion, envy disguised as concern. She vomited on the turkey, I was told, a detail delivered with satisfaction. Good. She found me at the villa, older than when she left, not wiser. "You planned this," she said. I handed her a folder. Not thick, just enough. Phone logs, travel records, a timeline she could recognize as her own handwriting. "You were bored," I said, "so you outsourced meaning." She cried, loudly, publicly, as if volume could renegotiate reality. "I thought you didn't care," she said. I nodded. "You were right." The younger man didn't call. He never would. Youth borrows courage. It doesn't own it. She reached for me. I stepped back. The distance was surgical. The real revenge wasn't the kiss or the villa or the photos. It was comprehension. I showed her the messages from her stepmother, the gratitude, the quiet understanding, the way women learn to survive men who leave. "You crossed a line," she whispered. "No," I said. "I stepped over the one you erased." The family turned on her with the speed of opportunists. Morality discovered late is still useful. They needed someone to blame. I didn't argue. I watched. She begged, promised, aged 10 years in 10 minutes. I stayed calm. That was the cruelty. Back home, the apartment echoed differently. Lighter. Empty, without absence. I blocked numbers, archived memories, returned gifts. The stepmother sent a message. Simple. "Thank you." I replied with silence. Control isn't domination, it's distance. I poured a drink I didn't need, looked out at a city that didn't know me anymore. The phone stopped ringing, and for the first time, I believed it never would again.